Week 16 of the NFL. And we'll see Kirk Cousins. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Vikings and the Lions coming up next.
Now we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south.
The Lions defense ready to go and in good form coming off the shutout a week ago. And the one we'll be watching is this man, head linebacker.
And he did more than just play his usual solid defense last week. He had the interception return for the touchdown. I do think we'll continue to see him take chances and hopefully continue to make some big plays on his side of the ball.
First down, here's Cousins. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw, Cousins. Into the hands of the rookie Jordan Addison. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down. Cousins to throw it. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Cousins. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
Well, that's the down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long, and you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
The Detroit defense back onto the field. They lead 7-0, trying to put a stop together here as this drive starts with a first down. On 1st and 10, Cousins. His throw incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. And now it's 2nd down. You talk about this Lions defense. They were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
Yeah, they pitched a shutout in that game, didn't they? And those don't come around all that often in the NFL. The ability to keep someone out of the end zone and also from kicking one through the post. Well done.
Cousins had his hands on it but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
Well, we keep stats on everything, don't we? This is one that you don't want to have. That's his 2nd drop right here in the 1st quarter.
Yeah, I was going to say only in the 1st quarter. Certainly a ship that he wants to right quickly. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that?
The Lions defense back out there. They've had the upper hand so far in this first half of play, working with a good lead already as they look to defend this first down. Cousins on first down. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Levi Onwuzurike. He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Cousins now. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. So the completion good for 6 yards. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they've got it just 2 yards away from the end zone. They'll have it 1st and goal here from the 2-yard line. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
The Detroit defense back onto the field. They've looked good so far. This whole team has, for that matter, in the midst of a big first half as this next drive begins 1st and 10. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there. And he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Cousins. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he could vault himself right into the #1 spot.
The Lions defense back out there. They'll try to get the football right back to their offense who just punted. So now they'll try to force a punt themselves. It's 1st and 10. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And into the end zone, a scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt, but for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
The Detroit defense back onto the field. They had that strip a moment ago that led to the return for a score, so they're playing free and easy now as they try to shut down this offense again. A 1st down throw for Cousins. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time, multiple guys get to it.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. On 3rd down, Cousins. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So the sacks, they just keep on coming for this 1st-round pick. All hyperbole aside, he has become almost unblockable.
Well, let's bring the hyperbole back into it. I don't want to put it aside at all because when I first saw him come out, I thought by year 2 or 3 he'd be a Pro Bowler, maybe year 4 or 5 an All-Pro, but I underestimated him in a big way. He's one of the top 2 or 3 linebackers in the NFL right now as a rookie.
The Lions defense back out there. They're going to need to bear down a bit with this drive beginning all the way out past the 40-yard line. Throwing, Cousins. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half. Cousins. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
The Detroit defense back onto the field. They'll play with a lead here to begin this 3rd quarter. Looking for another solid half of football to carry them to victory. They'll start the third quarter on the ground with Hunt. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has not allowed them to...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Sutton, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick six is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
The Lions defense back out there. They had the pick six just a moment ago, so they're feeling good as they prepare to try and make another stop.
Back to it after the pick six. Cousins. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up.
And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. To throw is Cousins. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
Well, 2 snaps ago, I don't think anyone thought a safety was on the table, yet it happened. They caught him on back-to-back plays breaking through the line. No amount of evading was going to save him from a sack on either play. And on the last one, he ran too deep into the end zone to set up the safety.
The Detroit defense back onto the field. They, you might remember, forced a safety last time they were out there, so they're playing with some confidence now as this drive begins with a first down.
Following the interception, Cousins.
To the right side and complete to Jefferson.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I wonder if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. They'll look to throw.
Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
he wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Lions defense back out there. They've done a really nice job of slowing the tempo of this offense, and as a result, they've got a comfortable third quarter lead as this next drive begins, 1st and 10.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack, trying to get away but could not. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down.
And that's his 2nd sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And, partner, it's still just the 3rd quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph.
And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
The Detroit defense back onto the field. They've been terrific all game long, have not let this offense get on track, and they try to close this one out here in the 4th.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
Here's Cousins.
Pass complete to Addison.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now Cousins.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side. and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Again, it's Cousins. And he's going to dump this off to him. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
The Lions defense back out there. They've put in a very good shift so far, and this one pretty well in hand. Just looking to finish strong here in the 4th as this next drive starts 1st and 10.
First down. Here's Cousins. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Aleem McNeil.
My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. To throw, Cousins.
Levi Onwuzurike
Able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really a stellar performance.
So for the Lions,
they are now 2 wins away from a perfect regular season as they run their mark to 15-0 on the year.
And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Big D to take on the Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season as they fall to 6-9. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.